Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by asking you this. Have you ever had a dream so big, so bold, that it scared you? If the answer is yes, then congratulations. You see, dreams are not meant to keep you comfortable. They're meant to wake you up, to challenge you, and to push you toward becoming the person you were born to be. Today, I want to talk about a truth that has the power to change everything. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. But let me warn you, it's not a slogan. It's a process. It's about action, resilience. So sit tight, because what we're about to unpack can reshape the way you see your potential. One, dream big and fearless. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Think about that for a moment. Fear is often seen as a barrier, something to be avoided. But when it comes to dreaming, fear is your compass. It points you in the direction of something meaningful, something transformative. Dream, it doesn't challenge you, stretch you, or make your palms sweat, isn't worth pursuing. So when we talk about dreaming big, we're not just talking about material success or achieving fame. Dreaming big is about unlocking your potential, imagining a future where you are living a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's about daring to envision a reality that doesn't yet exist, a reality that only you can create. Dreaming big doesn't mean being reckless, unrealistic. It means aiming for something greater than what you currently believe is possible. It means pushing past the limits that others have placed on you, and more importantly, the limits you've placed on yourself. People will often tell you to be realistic or to play it safe. They may say your goals are too ambitious or that the odds are against you. But remember this, every great accomplishment in history started with a dream that seemed impossible at the time. Think about the Wright brothers. They dreamed of flying when the world thought it was absurd. Think about Nelson Mandela, who dreamed of a free and equal South Africa while sitting in a prison cell. Think about anyone you admire. They all started with a dream that seemed out of reach. They didn't let fear stop them. Instead, they used it as fuel. Fear, when embraced, can be a powerful motivator, forces you to think critically, to prepare, and to grow. When you dream big, fear will always be part of the equation, but it doesn't have to control you. Instead, let it push you forward. It reminds you that you are stepping into uncharted territory, and that's exactly where growth happens. Dreaming big also means giving yourself permission to fail along the way. When your dreams are enormous, setbacks are inevitable. You may stumble, but every stumble teaches you something new. It's not about having a flawless journey. It's about having the courage to start despite the risk. The process of dreaming big begins with clarity. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What would my ideal life look like? Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Write it down. Picture it vividly. Speak it into existence. A clear and compelling vision is the foundation of every great dream. Lastly, remember that dreaming big isn't selfish. The bigger your dream, the bigger the impact you can have on the world. When you dream big, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage to dream boldly can light a fire in someone else's heart, creating a ripple effect of ambition and possibility. What's your big dream? Whatever it is, embrace it. Chase it with everything you've got. Don't let fear shrink it. Instead, let your dreams grow so large that they lead you to a life you never thought possible. 2, believe even when it's hard. Belief is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the unshakable conviction that what you desire, what you dream, and what you work for is possible, even when the odds are stacked against you. But belief is not easy. It's simple to believe when things are going well, when progress is visible, and when the support around you is strong. The real test of belief, however, comes when the road gets rough, when doubts creep in, and when success feels a million miles away. Belief is not just a feeling. It's a decision. It's waking up every day and choosing to trust in your potential, your abilities, and the process, even when there's no evidence to back it up yet. Think of belief as the roots of a tree. You may not see the roots beneath the surface, but they are the foundation that allows the tree to grow tall and withstand the storms. Without belief, your dream is like a tree without roots. It cannot survive adversity. When we say believe, we're not talking about blind optimism or ignoring reality. True belief acknowledges the challenges and obstacles, but chooses to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. It's about saying, yes, it's hard, but I can figure it out. Yes, it's uncertain, but I can make it happen. One of the hardest parts of belief is silencing the negative voices, both external and internal. There will always be people who doubt you, who tell you that your dream is too big, that you're not talented enough, smart enough, or lucky enough. And sometimes the loudest critic will be your own mind. That voice in your head that whispers, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? That's the moment when belief matters most. How do you build belief? Start by reminding yourself of your past victories, no matter how small. Think of the times you overcame challenges that once seemed insurmountable. Let those memories fuel your confidence. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your vision. Their faith, and you can help sustain your own belief when it falters. Visualize your success daily. Picture yourself achieving your dream in vivid detail. What does it feel like? What does it look like? This isn't just motivational fluff. Psychology proves that visualization strengthens your belief system. When you can see your goal clearly in your mind, your actions will naturally align to bring it to life. Another key to belief is embracing uncertainty. You don't have to know every step of the journey. You just need to take the first step with faith. Trust that the path will unfold as you move forward. Think of belief as the fuel that powers your journey. It doesn't guarantee smooth sailing, but it keeps you moving no matter how rough the waters get. Finally, understand that belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself, you inspire others to believe in you too. Your confidence becomes a beacon that attracts opportunities, allies, and resources. Belief is the starting point of momentum, and momentum can move mountains. So even when it's hard, even when doubt surrounds you, hold on to belief. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who else will? Believe with conviction and watch how the universe responds to your faith. 3, the power of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It's what turns ambition into achievement and desire into success. While dreaming big and believing in yourself are crucial, discipline is what brings those dreams to life. Without it, even the most powerful vision remains just that, a vision unfulfilled and unrealized. Discipline is about showing up every single day. No matter how you feel, it's about putting in the work even when you're tired, unmotivated, or frustrated. You see, success doesn't come from occasional burst of effort or inspiration. It comes from consistency. It's the daily grind, the small repetitive actions that compound over time to create something extraordinary. Think about an athlete training for the Olympics. They don't wake up one morning and decide to sprint to gold. Instead, they dedicate years of their life to perfecting their craft, one practice, one rep, and one step at a time. They follow a routine, push past their limits, and commit to their goals even when the payoff seems distant. That's discipline in action. Now here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not exciting, and it's rarely convenient. It means saying no to distractions, sacrificing temporary pleasures, and choosing what you need over what you want. Discipline is doing the hard thing when no one is watching and there's no applause. It's waking up early to work on your goals or staying late to finish what you started. Discipline is also about self-control. It's about managing your time, energy, and focus. In a world full of distractions, social media, constant notifications, endless entertainment, it's easy to lose sight of your priority. Discipline helps you cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters. It's about saying, I choose my goals over my excuses. One of the biggest misconceptions about discipline is that it's something you either have or don't. That's not true. Discipline is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. Start small. Commit to one daily habit that moves you closer to your dream. It could be writing 500 words a day, practicing your craft for an hour, or exercising regularly. The key is consistency. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. And remember, discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. You will have days when you fall short, when you skip the gym, procrastinate, or feel like giving up. That's okay. What matters is how quickly you get back on track. Discipline isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. The beauty of discipline is that it creates momentum. The more disciplined you are, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined. Success builds confidence, and confidence reinforces discipline. It's a cycle that propels you forward one small victory at a time. Finally, discipline is freedom. It might sound counterintuitive, but the structure and habits you build through discipline free you from chaos, procrastination, and regret. It allows you to take control of your life and steer it toward your dreams. So embrace discipline. Make it your ally, because when the excitement fades and the motivation wavers, discipline is what will carry you to the finish line.
4. Turn failures into fuel. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. It's the lesson you didn't expect, the test you didn't study for, but it's also the most important tool in your arsenal. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. If you're not failing, you're staying in your comfort zone, avoiding risk, and choosing mediocrity over greatness. Let me tell you this. Failure is a gift. Think back to your biggest failures. I'm sure they weren't pleasant experiences, but now, with some distance, can you see how much you learned from them? Every failure, no matter how big or small, teaches you something valuable. It shows you where you went wrong, where you can improve, and where you need to adjust. Failure sharpens your mind, toughens your spirit, and gives you the tools to succeed the next time around. We often fear failure because we associate it with defeat, but failure is only a defeat if you quit. Failure is nothing more than a setback, a temporary interruption in the pursuit of your goals. What matters is what you do after the failure. Do you let it break you? Or do you get back up? Take what you learned and keep going. Many of the world's most successful people have failed more times than they care to count. They failed publicly, privately, and repeatedly, but they've also learned to use failure as fuel. Let's take Thomas Edison, for example. He didn't invent the light bulb on his first try. He failed over 1,000 times. But instead of giving up, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." That mindset is why he eventually... Think about Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team. Or Oprah Winfrey, who was told she wasn't fit for television. Both of them could have let those failures define them, but instead they used them to drive their ambition even further. They allowed failure to build their character, strengthen their resolve, and fuel their success. But here's the critical point. Failure only works as fuel if you have the right mindset. It's easy to become discouraged, to feel like giving up when things aren't going your way. But that's when you need to embrace failure even more. Each failure is a clue, a breadcrumb on the path toward your goal. It's a message saying, you're not there yet. To turn failure into fuel, you must adopt a growth mindset. The belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed over time. When you see failure as a learning experience rather than a personal attack, you open the door to growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to do better next time? The key is not to take failure personally. It's not about who you are, but about what you did. Remember this, failure does not define you. It refines you. It's the beginning of a new chapter. You fail, every time you fail and get back up, the more you become more prepared for the challenges ahead. The stronger you get, you develop the grit, the perseverance, and the mindset that will ultimately lead you to success. So, the next time you fail, don't hang your head in defeat. Look failure square in the eye and say, you just made me stronger. You just made me smarter. And I'm going to use this to go even further, because when you turn failure into fuel, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving your dreams. 5. Surround yourself with the right people. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your success. They are either pushing you toward your goals or holding you back from reaching your full potential. Whether you succeed or fail isn't just about your own abilities. Your environment, your inner circle, shapes your mindset, influences your decisions, and drives your actions. You've heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it's true. Think about it. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, complacent, or small-minded, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to break free from those patterns. But when you align yourself with individuals who are ambitious, driven, and positive, you naturally begin to adopt those same qualities. That's why it's crucial to be intentional about the people you let into your life. The right people will challenge you, encourage you, and hold you accountable. They'll inspire you to aim higher, work harder, and never settle for less than your best. They will remind you of your worth and push you toward greatness, even when the path seems difficult. But the wrong people, the toxic people, will do the exact opposite. They'll make you question yourself, doubt your abilities, and keep you tethered to mediocrity. They'll feed you fear instead of faith, excuses instead of solutions, and negativity instead of positivity. This doesn't mean you should cut everyone out of your life who disagrees with you or who isn't immediately supportive. But it does mean that you should evaluate who you spend the most time with and ensure that your closest relationships are strengthening, not weakening, your belief in your goals. Look for mentors, coaches, and peers who have already achieved what you're aiming for or who are striving for similar goals. These individuals have the experience and knowledge that can accelerate your progress. They can offer guidance, share valuable insights, and help you avoid common pitfalls. But just as importantly, they'll provide you with the emotional support you need when the going gets tough. Beyond mentors, look for people who uplift you in everyday interactions. Friends, family members, colleagues, and teammates who genuinely want to see you succeed. They should celebrate your wins, but more importantly, these are the people who will remind you that you're not alone, that every setback is a setup for a comeback, and that together you can weather any storm. On the flip side, you must also be mindful of the energy you bring to the table. Success isn't a one-way street. You have to show up for others just as much as they show up for you. Be the kind of person who inspires and supports those around you. Share your knowledge, offer encouragement, and build others up. As you pour into others, you'll find that they begin to pour into you, creating a cycle of mutual growth and success. Additionally, make sure you avoid negative energy. Cut ties with people who drain your energy or bring toxic vibes into your life. You don't have time for constant criticism or drama. Protect your mental and emotional space. The more you guard your peace, the more energy you can channel into your dreams and your progress. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. It's easy to think that success is a solo journey, but it's not. Every successful person has had someone who believed in them, who mentored them, or who partnered with them along the way. Never underestimate the power of a solid support system. It's often the people in your corner who help you rise to the occasion when things seem impossible. So, choose wisely when it comes to the people you surround yourself with. Build a tribe of people who will elevate you, who will challenge you to be better, and who will stand by your side through thick and thin. Because when you surround yourself with the right people, you don't just dream it, you don't just believe it, you achieve it. 6. Stay relentlessly consistent. Consistency is the unsung hero of success. It's the quiet force that separates the dreamers from the doers, the people who talk about their goals from the ones who achieve them. You can have all the talent in the world, all the ambition, all the belief, and yet, without consistency, your efforts will be in vain. Success is not a one-time event. It's the result of daily, relentless action. Think about the process of building a skyscraper. You can't just lay a single brick and expect the building to rise. It takes time. Day after day, brick by brick, the foundation is built. And just like that, Your dreams are built through consistent act. Every day, you choose to show up, to put in the work. You lay another brick toward your success. This is where most people falter. They start strong, filled with enthusiasm, but when the excitement wears off, they lose steam. They get distracted, they find excuses, or they give in to doubt. But success doesn't care about your initial burst of energy. It cares about your ability to keep going when the initial excitement fades. It's the ability to continue even when you don't feel like it, even when the results aren't immediate. That's the difference between people who reach their goals and those who never do. Relentless consistency means showing up even when the days get tough. It's putting in the effort even when the progress seems slow. It means staying focused on the long-term vision, not the short-term challenges. When you commit to the process, you start to build momentum, and momentum is a powerful thing. It's the engine that drives you forward, even when obstacles stand in your way. Success doesn't happen in bursts of brilliance. It's the result of the small, seemingly insignificant actions you take every day. You can't afford to be inconsistent and expect to see massive results. Whether it's working on your business, studying for your exams, or training for a marathon, the key is to show up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. When you make a habit of consistency, the path to your dreams becomes much clearer. Consistency also breeds trust. When you're consistently working toward your goals, not only do you earn the trust of others, but you also build trust in yourself. You prove to yourself that you can do what you set out to do. This self-trust is the foundation of your confidence. When you trust yourself, you believe you can overcome any obstacle. You believe that no matter how many times you fall, you can get back up and keep moving forward. However, staying consistent doesn't mean going through the motions. It doesn't mean doing the same thing every day just for the sake of it. Consistency requires intentional effort. Every day should bring a new level of improvement. Every day should add something to your journey, whether it's gaining new knowledge, refining a skill, or making progress toward your goals. The key is to develop a mindset that focuses on progress, not perfection. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect every day. It means showing up and doing your best, even when your best isn't perfect. The more consistent you are, the more you learn, the better you get, and the closer you come to realizing your dream. And here's the most important part: don't quit. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see instant results, but remember, the most significant achievements take time. The most successful people are those who refuse to quit, no matter how long the road is. They understand that consistency compounds, and over time, those small, everyday actions led to extraordinary results. So, stay relentlessly consistent, even when you don't feel like it, even when it seems like nothing's happening. Trust the process. Brick by brick, step by step, you're building the life you've dreamed of. And when the walls finally rise, you'll see that consistency wasn't just a part of the process. It was the key to unlocking your success.